G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sean. If you're wondering what I talk about, I do tech reviews, I do tutorials, gaming, streaming, all that kind of stuff. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed already, maybe consider hitting the subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any other videos that I post. But today is going to be part 2 to the Logitech Brio 4K webcam and unboxing. So let's begin. Alrighty guys, so currently we're in my little studio. If you want to know more about the studio, then I'll leave a link to the video maybe up in the corner so you can check that out. Currently I'm talking to you on the Sony a7S II. We're recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. And then what we've got going on the computer is we've got our webcam set up, the Logitech Brio. I'm currently capturing this at 4K, 30 frames, sorry, take that back. Currently capturing this at 1080p, 60 frames per second, which is what I intend on using for my live streaming and gaming. And then as a comparison, you can see the Microsoft 1080p, 30 frame per second camera. So you can see obviously with all these lights turned off, so this is a little studio with not much light coming in, that the Microsoft camera really struggles with balancing the light in the room. It really struggles with focusing and capturing a lot of detail. If we compare it to the Logitech Brio, you can see that the HDR technology really starts to kick in. You've got to remember that there's no lights in this room whatsoever. At the moment there's a bit of light coming in from behind, so that's where that wall is kind of lighting up a little bit, and you can see I've got my lighting here that's currently turned off. So what we'll do is we'll switch on maybe this light first and we'll see how it looks. So just give me 1 second so I can feel where this thing is. Alright, so I think that this light is it 3200K? I think it's 3200K. Light turned on. 5500K, sorry. 5500K on this little softbox light here. Which is what I normally use out when I'm recording most of my videos, and you can see it's still balancing nicely on the Logitech Brio. It's sort of not oversaturating too much. If we go to the Microsoft camera, the Microsoft camera it's improved, obviously, any light that you can put into a room for video recording. But if you look up the top where the little basket is, and also like the little dog, let me point to it, you can see it's really washed out. You can't really see much detail at all. If you go to the Brio, you can see that there's actually a much wider field of view, and the little doggy and the basket, let me point to that, there's a lot more detail there, and everything seems a little bit more balanced. Compared to the Microsoft camera, my face is coming up really red, it's kind of like oversaturated. If we look at the Brio, my face is coming off a little bit more natural. So what we'll do now is we'll turn on one more light, and this is our YN360 light bar, which is also a 5500K light. So we've now got 2 lights. You can't really see the other light sort of shining towards my chest, but it's now looking a lot better. The Brio seemed a little bit more balanced overall. If I was to turn off, actually before I do that, we'll switch to the Microsoft one. So the Microsoft camera, still really oversaturated, not really getting much detail in that basket or in the doggo. Let me move that there. So huge step up going from the Microsoft camera to the Logitech Brio, and you can obviously see with the Sony camera, how much better that sensor is. Obviously that's a $2,500–3,000 camera, so with a $2,500 lens, so of course it's going to be better. That's purely though so you can see as a comparison from a web camera to a DSLR, mirrorless DSLR, what sort of differences you can expect yourself. If we go ahead though and let's say we turn off this light, this softbox, so we've just got the LED bar. The Microsoft camera's sort of just shining up from below. It looks like I'm sort of telling scary stories at a camp. It looks a bit weird. If we go to the Brio, still looks a little bit like obviously the light's coming up from the bottom, but still able to capture tons of detail in the dog there. And I guess you get what you pay for at the end of the day. If you pay for a $50 or $100 webcam, you're going to be able to get only so far until you need to spend a little bit more money to get something with a better sensor. So that's a comparison between the Logitech Brio and the Microsoft LifeCam Studio and the Sony a7S II. Before I finish this video though, I just wanted to share with you that on the Logitech Brio, I should probably turn this light back on again. Whoops. Ugh. Hopefully we can edit this out. On the Logitech Brio, so one of the big problems is that straight away when I installed the camera into the PC, did the firmware updates, did the driver updates for the camera and for my own computer just to be safe, using the Logitech Capture application, I wasn't able to get the 4K 30 frame option to appear or to even work. It would crash when I used the Windows 10 camera application. So doing a bit of digging online, a lot of people have talked about having this issue, not being able to get native 4K capture out of the camera on their PC with Windows 10. Some people have. I don't know what the differences are between them and me, but it looks like there's an issue there somewhere with the drivers for the camera and communicating to the computer on Windows 10. Using it on a Mac, I couldn't even find an option for switching it to the 4K mode or switching it to 60 frames per second. So I feel like they've sort of maybe dropped the ball a little bit for the Mac customers or for the Apple customers. So I'll be reaching out to Logitech support to see what solution that they might be able to provide me or come up with, and I'll maybe do a part 3 video once I've got the 4K recording option working. So thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this video. Now that you've seen the unboxing, hopefully in part 1, and you've now finished watching part 2, it's now giving you enough information to decide if this web camera is the right one for you. If this video helped you, chuck it a like. If it didn't help you or you didn't like this video, give it a dislike and maybe tell me why in the comment section below. If you have any questions, you can always leave them down below or reach out to me on Facebook or Instagram, and I'll always try and get back to you guys as soon as possible. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Pew, 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 pew.